Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Cadillac GTP. Let's get into it. We're going to start the race today in P9. Strength of the field today is at 1261. We're starting this race with a rating of an 1176. Catching the BMW in front of us. This is a 45-minute race today. We will be needing to pit for fuel. Coming out of the last corners on lap 1. Looks like we might have a run on the BMW in front. They're going to take the inside line defensively. The green BMW is also moving slow. See if we can't get 2 and 1 here. Locking up the brakes in turn 1, going wide into the grass. That re-entry was risky. Looks like we were 7th off when we crossed the line. Losing those 2 spots again. I'm going to fall back into 9th. Still staying ahead of the white BMW behind. Looks like the yellow Cadillac made a move on the BMW on the outside there. All over our tail. Let's see if we can't get away. I think we might be taking a slowdown penalty here. Or maybe we just lost some time out of that corner. It's hard to tell. Starting to catch a GT3 car rather quickly. We wouldn't normally expect to be catching the GT3s this early in the race. Looks like we're currently in 9th. Got a Cadillac in front and behind now. Both have been yellow and black. They're looking slightly different paint scheme. Got a little blue on there. Maybe lost a little bit of time out of those corners. Tightened up the field a little bit. We did close it up on 8th place some. Looks like we're going to have to go defensive here. Hold that inside line so they don't just take it. Looks like we didn't slow down enough in time and have to serve a penalty here. You're probably trying to push it or just missed slowing down in time. We cut that corner and they would have given us a slowdown penalty. We cut it a fair amount, so they might have given us a large one that would have been hard to serve without making our car dangerously slow on track. We were trying to maintain our positions. Seeing the GT3 field go by us now. Probably somewhere between a 20 to 30 second hold for this penalty. Looks like the leaders are going by, maybe? Yes, we do recognize some of those cars. We're most likely a lap behind now. Like we'll be able to go soon. They probably changed our tires and filled up our fuel tank. Alright, well we lost quite a few positions there. Probably went a lap down behind the leaders. Car's telling us 17th. We're probably a little further back than that. That's where we were when we crossed the line, I believe. This is a 45-minute race. Everybody will need to pit for fuel. We're gonna try our best to get some of those positions back. It looks like we made the mistake of not taking our slowdown penalty. So they gave us a stop and go penalty of somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds. And then we didn't tell the pit lane to not service the vehicle, so they did. Getting a little squirrely out of that corner. Trying to keep control of it. Gonna be a little slow on the main straight. We have lots of time left, currently in 17th it looks like. Pretty sure we'll be able to catch and pass the GT3 field if we don't have any issues. Cars behind are possibly on the lead lap. So this will most likely not be for position if they do catch us. Looks like we're going to start to catch some of the GT3 field now with the BMW in front of us. This is a recovery race now. We're probably a lap behind, but we're going to try and recover as many positions as possible. We started the race in P9. Made a mistake in turn 1, trying to take a couple positions. Went out far into the grass. They gave us a slowdown penalty. Appears we didn't slow down in time. So we took our stop and go penalty. And we're back on track now in 17th. Starting to catch some more GT3 cars. Porsche just ahead. We did fall behind quite a few positions, but we're going to try our best to get whatever we can back. Try and never quit any race as long as there's still time left. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Donations are greatly appreciated. Locking it up in turn one, taking that a little wide. I don't think that was an off track or anything, but we got it back under control. Not sure if the GT3 car scared us a little and was slowing down too fast. Their ABS allows them to stop a little faster sometimes. They weren't really going the speeds we were able to go on that main straight either. Could see one of the hypercars not too far ahead of us currently. Much larger grouping of these GT3 cars. We'll see if we can't get by them cleanly. This big group will most likely pass. Oh, the Mercedes-Benz losing control, going sideways, almost hitting us there. We did get around cleanly. We should be able to pass all these GT3 cars on the main straight easily. Porsche's not giving us much room, taking a defensive line. Going a little wide in turn one again, kicking up some dirt. Possibly an off track, but most likely not a slowdown penalty there. We are quickly catching the GTP car just ahead. Gap has come down significantly there. Just a couple more GT3s to get around. to 15th now. The orange Cadillac was 4th position. We did fall to 17th overall. We've gained 2 back since serving our penalty. Just trying to race as clean as possible and gain that experience. Maybe we're not going to battle for the podium here, but we're going to try and get everything we can back. Try and gain as much experience as possible, getting around GT3 cars cleanly, and learning their limitations a little more, learning my car's limitations a little more. We're gonna catch this Ferrari into turn 1, but we should be held up too much. Oh wow, Porsche spun and hit the Ferrari in front of us. Big time damage there, sent him off into the grass. That was a close one. We could have gotten caught up in that. Gonna get around this BMW. Pit window should be open. Nearing the halfway point of the race here. Maybe just over. Ooh, yellow Cadillac in front, going slow. Looks like they went off into the grass. Says they were 9th overall. We're going to stay in front for a little bit here. Let's see how it goes. I don't think that was for position, but we are getting our lap back on them. See if we can keep it. They have a small run on the main straight into turn 1. They're going to lock it up and we're going to go by. We're going to keep that position for a second. Let's see. Lamborghini. We'll get by them cleanly. Should have a good exit onto this straight. BMW just ahead. A lot of GT3 cars right up here. We're going to see if we can't get around a few of these into these corners and through the S's. Yellow Cadillac getting pretty close. Looks like they fell down to 10th overall. We are not on the same lap. They're just trying to keep up with us at the moment. I don't know if they can. Another blue Cadillac off the side, just barely trying to rejoin. Not sure what position they were in, but that could be for position again. We might be looking at 14th across the line. Maybe not. We're going to lock it up a little bit, still in 15th. Yellow Cadillac isn't far behind, but we have widened the gap. One of the GT3 cars losing control, blocking the road, and that'll open up the gap behind, no problem. Looks like we'll keep that lap that we got back from 10th place. Eyes forward, we will be looking for more now. We did start the race in 9th. Fell down to 17th due to our penalty. We're back up to 15th. Gaining our lap back from some of these cars. Catching on another group of GT3s here. They're almost as fast going through the corner, but on the exit, very close. I think we'll be looking to slot in behind this Porsche. Try not to lock it up again in turn one. We need to conserve our tires. At least for this stint. We'll probably not have the best pit strategy and take on new tires. That we did not learn how to do till later on. Stuck in behind some GT3s. Looking to get by them now. Gonna force them a little wide. Go different view for a lap. Go on board for one lap here. Car ahead looks like it's one of the yellow Cadillacs. We'll see what position they're in a little while, maybe. Still in 15th position, catching some more GT3 cars. I think, oh, the yellow Cadillac went off. You could see him behind really briefly, one of them. Another yellow Cadillac up ahead, not sure which one we were contending with. Not sure if any of these guys are on the same lap or not at the moment. We'll have to see if our position is updated when we cross the line. That could be just us getting our lap back. Trying to get back on the lead lap. Just a little over 15 minutes remain in the race. We will probably see some of the field pitting soon, if they haven't already. Catching one of the green hypercars. Looks like we did make our way back up to 14th position. Some smoke up ahead, not sure if there's an issue. Looks like that's a green BMW ahead of us. When we catch, if we catch, we should see what position they're in. It does look like we are catching them. Looking to see if that gap's coming down at all. A little under 15 minutes remain in the race. We can see a couple GTP cars just ahead of us. We are still in 14th. Blocking it up pretty hard into turn 1. You can see the BMW ahead much clearer now. Wondering if this will be for position or not. Looks like they barely got past the GT3 through the chicane. Less than a second to the green BMW in front now. Pretty good exit there. We'll go through the S's. See a blue Cadillac just in the background. Green BMW locking it up, allowing us to close the gap just a little bit more here. We'll see if we can't get a run on them on the exit. The final corner. They're going to have to be compromised slightly by this pink GT3 Porsche. Trying to get back into that slipstream as much as possible. Less than a second back. We are up into 12th now. Maybe these cars have pitted and we're starting to get back onto that lead lap. Locking it up slightly, maybe looking for the inside in that corner. Oh no, the green BMW is going to hit the Porsche in front and go off. Hitting the wall. There is no room in that chicane to go side by side with a bunch of cars. Looks like possibly an issue with the BMW in front. They maybe lost a little bit of control on the back end and came up slow through those corners. Not holding us up too much, thankfully. Says we're back up to 12. We'll see if we've gained any more spots here. Most of the other cars should be pitting or have pitted. Currently in 10th. That was 2 spots in that one lap. Not 100% sure where it came from. Probably due to pit stops. The BMW that was in front of us might have been for position. They are probably out of the race now, or maybe they can get back for a lap or two, but they're going to need to be towed and repaired. That'll take most of the final 10 minutes for them. Starting to catch another GTP car just ahead. Is it an orange Cadillac, I believe? Still in 10th, it looks like. Right around 10 minutes remain in the race. We will most likely need to pit once for fuel. Still. Looks like we're catching the car in front rather quickly. This could be for position. Yes, that is a Cadillac. Closed the gap quite a bit there. They do not need to pit this lap. Let's take a look at gonna go 3 wide briefly there in between 2 GT3 cars. One of the GT3 cars coming out of the pits. We're up to 6th place currently. It would seem most of the other cars have pitted now. Pit window is probably closed for all of the ones on the lead lap. Pretty decent recovery. And we did fall down to 17th after our penalty. We've gained 11 positions since then. Some of them due to pit stops. We will have to stop for fuel once more. Don't know when we're gonna do that exactly. With a pretty clear track in front and behind right now, I want to get as fast a lap times out as we can. And we don't want to try to push it and accidentally run out of fuel. That will not end up well for us. Still in 6th, locking it up slightly in turn 1. Trying to figure out where the GT3s are going to go, if we can get back to the racing line or not. That did get a little close, but we came out cleanly. Still in 6th, we're probably going to need to pit for fuel in the next lap or two. A couple GT3 cars just ahead. Looks like taking a slow run there. Not gonna pit this time. Getting a little loose in that corner. Should have no problem passing these GT3s on the main straight. Still in 6th place. About 5 minutes remain in the race. We do really get to save our pit stop for late. I don't think we're going to make it till the end. Catching a BMW up ahead. Not sure if this is for position or not. Hopefully it is. See if we can't catch and pass in this straight. Should have a run on them. I'm going to try and catch what their LCD display says what position they're in. Doesn't seem to always show. A little bit of smoke just ahead. Is that orange Cadillac having another issue? Gonna go around the BMW in the grass slightly, taking the inside line on this corner. We're not gonna dive on them yet. Looks like we may be pulling off. Yep, we're gonna pull off and pit now. Less than 4 minutes remain in the race. Currently in 6th, we're gonna take our pit stop, top off with fuel. They're probably gonna give us new tires. We'll see where we come out after this. See several GT3 cars in the pits getting repairs. Haven't seen a hypercar pass yet. Okay, it is such a long pit lane here. Allows a very large field though. There goes one, maybe for position. 2, 3. Alrighty, they're starting to finally pass us here, some of them. We'll have to see where we end up at the end of the pit stop and maybe at the end of the next lap. We're not sure really whether or not all these cars are on the lead lap or what has happened with them throughout the race. Just a few minutes remaining in the race. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're finally off the pit limiter now. Does look like we'll have a clean track ahead. Locking up the brakes slightly. We're gonna have some slippery tires underneath us right now. Says we entered the pits there in 5th. We did start the race in 9th. If we had handled our slowdown penalty properly, we could have really been a contender in this race, I think. Currently says 8th. We'll see if that changes still. 9th. Ooh, losing control a little bit there. Our tires are still slippery and we wanted to go full race pace. We'll use the access road. Come back onto the track. Doesn't look like anybody really got around us there. Still need to get some heat into our tires for these last couple laps. Orange Cadillac going off behind. So whatever threat that may or may not have been is nullified. Let's see us trying to get the heat into the tires there. Before turn 1, so we don't lock them up and accidentally hit the Porsche. Looks like we came out cleanly. Using the whole track. Says we're currently in 9th. Looks like we've held on to 9th after our pit stop. Not much time remains in the race. I think maybe one more lap after this and we are done. It does depend where the leader is when the time runs out, and I do not know where they are currently. Time hasn't run out yet though. Could be 2 more, but I think it's just the 1. We'll find out soon. Fairly clear track in front and behind. Just one GT3 car we're going to catch here. Looks like we finally got our tires back at the temp and we can start to go full race pace. This is the last lap. Could have saved ourselves maybe one position or a little bit of time if we had not taken out the tires again. That is the second first hit tires we've taken this race. Pretty sure I learned my lesson about the slowdown penalties from this race. I do try and push it from time to time, but yeah, how much time you lose with the stop and go penalty. It's actually a 20 to 30 second hold, and yeah, that's way more than you would lose if you just slowed down for the couple seconds. Let's see, we're gonna pull off. Yep, we're gonna pull off to the side here. We do finish this race in 9th position. We gained 4 points, so we're gonna go from an 1176 to an 1180. Alrighty, thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.